Earlier this week, members of the Burlington Police and Fire Departments gave a presentation to the Burlington Volunteer Reserve Corps outlining a new program of cooperation between the two departments and how they would respond to a situation like a mass shooting. The program is the Rescue Task Force, a special unit of firefighters who would don ballistic protection and enter a scene under the protection of police officers to bring medical care as soon as possible to victims of a violent attack. The unit is part of the evolution in first responder tactics that have changed since the 1999 school shooting at Columbine High School in Colorado, where SWAT members waited in a staging area while people inside the building were killed. Since then, police have changed procedures to say that any officer arriving on scene will enter and attempt to slow down or engage a suspect without waiting. This new task force changes the procedures again, this time bringing firefighters and EMTs onto a scene in the early stages of securing a building in an attempt to save lives.
Well, we learned in all these incidents that people were actually dying from not being treated. And as more time goes on, every second that goes by, somebody might die. So we came up with the Rescue Task Force concept. And that's where police officers and firefighters will go into an area that's not quite secure, but it's not quite dangerous, and we call it a warm zone. A hot zone would be where the bad guy is. A warm zone is an area we think is safe enough that we bring in firefighters and EMTs to treat people and get them the care they need right away and get them to medical care.
We want to prevent people from dying in these type of incidents. We realize the importance of getting in to the area and begin life-saving measures as quick as we can. So the Rescue Task Force concept is when firefighters, EMTs go in equipped in ballistic protection, with a hands-free medical kit attached to their ballistic protection, which carries tourniquets, clotting agents, anything to stop the bleed.
Lieutenant Mills said that while cooperation between the two departments has always been strong, this program has brought it to the next level.
We've always worked well together. We've always gotten along really well. Some towns, the police and fire, they don't get along so well, but they work together. Here we've had a very friendly relationship. So what this has done is it's actually made us work in tandem on a task together. So typically police and fire would respond, but we were always sort of separate, and we would work separately. This Rescue Task Force concept means we actually have to work as teams together.
While the two departments have always worked together, this new program does mark a significant difference in the tactics for the fire department.
I mean, it's a huge shift. I mean, think about it. Firefighters and ballistic equipment. That's not what we signed up for, or I signed up for 30 years ago when we went to the fire academy. But like I said during the presentation, we're in the life-saving business. We realize that. We realize there's risk associated in everything that we do, including being a member of a rescue task force.
Both departments said they were happy to have a chance to give this presentation to the public and the Reserve Corps in particular.
Every chance that we get, we want to talk to the community, and we want to let people in town know what we're doing as far as our training and working together with the fire department to make everybody safer.
Members of the BVRC seem impressed with the new Rescue Task Force.
My big takeaway was how impressed I am that the town of Burlington is so well prepared in the event of a disaster like this happening. And I'm very impressed with the way the police department and the fire department have come together to work as a team. So if any incidents come up, they're well prepared to address it and actually stop the situation and saving more people.
Finally, in an emergency, anyone can lend a hand and help others, though it is of utmost importance to always follow the instructions of first responders.
Just follow the instructions of the police and fire when they're there. And if it's safe for you to help somebody, you should always help somebody. There are a lot of great resources online. Hopefully people will take a little interest in this. If you could just learn hands-only CPR, if you could learn that, you might save somebody one day. And if you could learn bleeding control, some simple techniques of bleeding control, hopefully you'll never have to use it, but if you ever do, you'll be able to intervene. We talk about first responders, police and fire, but really the public are the first responders, and we want them to be as prepared as they can be so that they can help out and maybe start treating somebody 2 minutes before we get there or 3 minutes before they get there.
At Grandview Farm, I'm B News Director Rich Hosford.